If you do these 7 things, you will have a miserable life in old age. 1. Disrespectful to parents. Parents are the ones who gave birth to and raised us, gave us life, education, and boundless love. The virtue of parents towards their children is extremely profound and difficult to repay. When we grow up, showing filial piety, respect, and gratitude towards parents becomes the sacred responsibility and duty of each person. People who are disrespectful to their parents will not only face criticism from society, but also suffer punishment from their conscience. Moreover, a person who does not know filial piety and does not respect their parents will find it very difficult to lead and manage others. A good leader not only needs to be talented, but also needs to be an example for those around him. And filial piety is a solid foundation for building trust and respect from others. Without filial piety, we easily lose the basic values in life. Disrespect for parents not only hurts themselves, but also affects their own soul and personality. A person who does not know how to respect their parents will not be able to respect other relationships, from friends to colleagues. This leads to a life lacking connection and true happiness. 2. Lustful and lustful people often not only have negative thoughts, but also easily lose themselves in trivial desires. Their hearts always contain evil things, so their careers are often not favorable and they easily encounter failures. Lustful and lustful behavior not only violates morality, but also causes oneself to fall into a spiral of suffering and deprivation. These people often cannot feel true happiness and cannot build a fulfilling life. Moreover, a greedy and lustful lifestyle also seriously affects their health. Their physical and mental health declines when they spend too much time and energy on temporary desires, neglecting to take care of themselves and develop positive values in life. The pressure from maintaining unhealthy relationships also makes their souls heavy, leading to psychological illnesses such as depression, anxiety, and stress. Ultimately, both of these problems clearly demonstrate the serious consequences of not adhering to moral and traditional values. We need to clearly recognize the importance of filial piety and purity of thought in order to build a meaningful life, full of happiness and respect for ourselves and those around us. 3. People who love comfort are extremely stingy and rarely do good deeds, often live a life confined to greed and selfishness. They value material things more than all spiritual values, fearing the loss of what they have without realizing that stinginess only makes their souls poorer. When their hearts are always filled with greed and selfishness, poverty will never let them go. Because no one can live a happy life when they only know how to collect but not how to share. Without generosity, they cannot create good karma, cannot accumulate blessings. Even if their mouths keep eating, eventually the mountain of wealth will soon be exhausted. This type of person often has no mercy, no sympathy for the difficulties of others. They are not only stingy with wealth, but also stingy with love. A life that only cares about themselves and does not care about those around them will certainly lead to loneliness and coldness. When you do not do good deeds, do not open your heart to help others, blessings cannot come to them, and good karma will gradually leave them. 4. People who regularly kill do not understand that each life has its own value and destiny. The life of every living being is worthy of respect, not to be used as a tool to satisfy human desires. Killing not only creates bad karma, but also makes the soul cold and loses compassion. People who live with murderous intent and malicious intentions, how can they find peace in life? They not only destroy their own lucky opportunities, but also lose the most precious thing, compassion and harmony with all things in the universe. Life is a long journey where every action has consequences for the future. People who are stingy, greedy, and often kill, although they seem to benefit temporarily from their actions, will eventually receive inevitable consequences. Peace and luck only come to those who live with compassion, know how to give and love all lives around them. 5. Not respecting teachers, being arrogant and haughty. Respect and gratitude to teachers is one of the core values in any culture. Teachers are not simply people who impart knowledge, but also guide, mentor, and shape the future of students. When we do not show respect to our teachers, but are arrogant, thinking that they are not good enough or not qualified enough to teach us, it is not only a moral shortcoming, but also a great obstacle for ourselves. Arrogance not only hinders the ability to absorb knowledge, but also leads to damage in the relationship between teachers and students. If a student is not humble, always thinks that his opinion is correct, and does not need to listen to instructions from the teacher, it will be difficult for them to achieve success in their studies and life. Knowledge is never limited, and each teacher has their own experiences and insights that they can share. Not knowing how to appreciate that will cause you to miss valuable opportunities to learn and grow. Moreover, arrogance can lead to other serious consequences. It makes you closed-minded and unable to recognize your own shortcomings. A person who does not respect the teacher will find it difficult to understand and accept instructions from others, thereby causing many disadvantages in work and social relationships. When we do not know how to respect the teacher, it will be difficult for us to develop and achieve great achievements in life. 6. Stealing. The concept of stealing is not limited to great actions, but in fact, it is extremely widespread. Any act of appropriating another person's property without permission, even if it is a small item like a piece of paper or a pen, is considered theft. In fact, many people often justify these acts, saying that it is not serious, or that they only hold it temporarily. But, whatever the reason, the act is still theft. Theft is not only a violation of the law, but also shows a lack of respect for the property and rights of others. This act can lead to serious consequences, not only for the person whose property is lost, but also for the person who commits the act of theft. When an individual commits theft, they not only lose their dignity, but also face serious moral and social consequences. The feeling of guilt and shame will gradually damage their spirit and personality. In addition, the habit of appropriating other people's property, even small items, can become a vicious cycle, leading to more serious violations in the future. People who have a habit of stealing often do not realize that they are harming themselves and those around them. Instead of building good and trusting relationships, they cause rifts and conflicts. Ultimately, disrespecting the master and stealing are factors that undermine human dignity and values. We need to clearly recognize the importance of respect and honesty in life, in order to build a civilized society where people respect each other and develop together. Remember, only when you know how to respect others and live honestly with yourself can you create a meaningful and successful life. 7. Often lie. People who often lie, no matter what the purpose, will find it difficult to build trust and harmony in relationships. In life, sincerity and honesty are important foundations for building and maintaining relationships between people. Whether in the family, at work, or between close friends, People who know how to live honestly and speak the truth will always be respected and trusted by others. When a person constantly lies, they not only hurt others, but also lose their own value. Lies, no matter how small, are still very destructive. Once the listener realizes the deception, the trust they have for the liar will quickly disappear. Gradually, the relationship becomes cold, trust is broken, and harmony cannot be maintained. Liars will have to live in an isolated world where they no longer receive respect or love from anyone. Sincerity is the bridge that brings people closer together. Sincerity not only helps build trust, but also creates long-term, sustainable feelings. When we treat others with sincerity, we will receive respect and trust from them. On the contrary, people who often lie will find themselves isolated, shunned, and unable to achieve true happiness. In family relationships, whether between parents and children, between husband and wife or siblings, honesty is always the decisive factor for harmony. People can forgive mistakes, but lies are very difficult to accept. A harmonious family is not only a place where there is love, but also a place where everyone shares and lives honestly with their feelings. If lies are involved, the family will lose its peace, and conflicts and discord will gradually appear. At work, honesty is also an indispensable quality. People who live honestly, tell the truth, and do not deceive others will quickly build trust from colleagues, superiors, and customers. They do not need to worry or plot to hide anything, but only need to work with a comfortable and peaceful mind. The trust of others is an invaluable asset that people who tell the truth have, while those who often lie will soon find themselves in difficult situations, being shunned and losing valuable opportunities. Finally, the most important thing is that honesty also helps us live true to ourselves. When there is no need to lie, people will feel peaceful and happy in their souls. Sincerity gives them confidence and dignity, helping them face life frankly and strongly. Thank you for watching today's content. Hope the above sharing will bring value to your life. If you find the content useful, don't forget to comment your opinion below. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next interesting content. Goodbye and see you again.